Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode.
Hello and welcome to the Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings podcast. Today is another meditation episode. This one comes by request from one of my amazing sisters in my Divine Self-Care Circle, and she was asking, hey, Elena, what about that meditation you do, relax in order to receive? And I wanted to go ahead and record this for her, you know who you are, and for you as well. Relaxing in order to receive is one of my favorite mantras, affirmations, and when you practice it as a guided meditation, you really get to experience on a very deep level a sense of presence, a sense of relaxation. And I truly believe that in order to receive that which you are seeking in this world, that doing it from a place of striving and you're so tense and you're so resistant to sometimes the divine guidance that's waiting to come in, that you simply are missing what's all around you. So relaxing in order to receive means that you're receiving guidance, you're receiving inspiration, you're receiving intuition, and you're receiving those things, opportunities, and just whatever you're desiring starts to flow to you with ease and grace. So this is very much aligned with my divine feminine metrics of success, pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. So I am all about hustling, but with grace. So I want to get stuff done. I want to create in this world. In fact, I'm looking at my 5-year vision right now, which is actually probably more like a 2-year vision. Going out 5 years is a little too far for me. I like that 2-year cycle. And I'm looking at it and I could see all these pieces of the pie. And when I try to figure out how I'm going to do it, I start getting into resistance and self-doubt and into a little bit of overwhelm. But when I start to realize that I just need to focus on one thing at a time, get the support I need, and just relax into the journey and just keep taking one step at a time, that's when I could see my entire vision unfolding. That's when I realized that I actually have a team behind me, that I don't have to do anything alone. In fact, the way I create my vision and the way I help my clients create their vision is when I create my vision, it's more like a circle, like a wheel, and then there's another layer to the wheel, which shows the team members, each team member that supports each part of that vision. So when I look at it, it's not me doing it alone. It's actually me and my team and the universe and my guides. So anyway, I'd love for you to really experience this on a physical level, on an energetic level, and that is what we're going to do today. But first, I wanted to read one of my reviews for the podcast. And if you haven't left a review yet, I would so love it. It just lets me know that you're out there and that you're listening. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so that you don't miss any of my weekly episodes. And this latest review comes from Samira, who is actually one of my clients in my circle, one of my long-term clients. She also has retreated with me several times in beautiful places like Costa Rica and Tulum, Mexico. So I'm so honored that she's also listening to this podcast. And she says, Elena's podcasts are magical. She loves her practice and easily shares practical tips on how women can live self-care as a practice, a lifestyle. She offers ways to embrace living a full life without sacrificing your soul, health, or integrity. I love listening, learning, and being reminded and communing with Elena and the divine through this channel. So thank you so much, Samira. I adore you and I adore being in circle with you. And I'm so grateful that you are listening to this as well, because you are a divine goddess and a divine channel as well. So I'm so happy that you're out there doing your work in the world. So let's go ahead and dive right into this meditation. So if you are in a place where you can settle in for a little bit of time, and if you can close your eyes, great. If you're on a walk or if you're doing something else right now, do not worry. You can also follow along and let your subconscious begin to hear my voice, begin to hear the message of relaxing in order to receive. And then you can always come back to this and come back to it at a time where you are maybe ready to go to sleep or take your afternoon power nap, or you're just waking up in the morning, or whenever feels like a good time for you to take a break, especially if you're feeling like you've been working for a few hours and it's a great time to take a nap or to take a break. Sorry, not a nap. As you can tell, I love naps. So go ahead and find wherever you are, however you're listening to this, go ahead and just take a breath. We have this beautiful tool of relaxation available to us at any time. So if you're someone who has a hard time relaxing, who has a hard time slowing down, the very first place to look is your breath, because your breath is the rhythm of your life. Your breath is setting the pace for your day. And it's really fascinating how, if you begin to notice how often you're actually not breathing deeply, how often you're actually not taking the time to breathe fully in and fully out. Just take your time and just breathe in your own pace, in your own rhythm. And with it, each in-breath and out-breath, just start bringing your attention to the top of your head and letting the warm air around you, feeling like it's getting a little thicker, maybe like honey spreading on your scalp and your face, letting your eye muscles relax, whether your eyes are open or closed. You can bring a sense of release and relaxation to your eyes, to your cheeks, to your chin, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue. Sometimes if you let your lower jaw just fall away, maybe about 1/2 inch or less, you start to feel that relaxation in your jaw. As you continue breathing, allow that warmth and relaxation to slowly flow down your neck, back in the front and the sides, even in your throat on the inside. Just allowing that warmth to continue to flow down on your shoulders, maybe noticing if you're holding your shoulders high, maybe lowering them 1/4 of an inch or an inch. Just letting it wriggle, maybe even moving a little bit if you need to. Continuing your deep breath in your own rhythm, each breath allowing a little bit more relaxation. Now moving on to your arms, your upper and lower arms, and your hands, letting them become a little bit heavier. Just letting them hang or rest. Your fingers, maybe wiggling them a little bit or stretching them wide and then relaxing. Letting those hands that do so much work in the world, so much creation, so much doing, letting them rest, really receiving the rest. Continuing to breathe and allowing that warmth to flow over your upper back, your shoulders, your mid back and your lower back. There's so much tension that you hold in your back. Sometimes without even realizing that you are holding tension until someone walks by and squeezes your shoulder, or maybe you try to massage your own shoulder and realize that you are holding tension from past experiences, from your to-do list, from a myriad of things that can happen in life. Just allowing a sense of relaxation and presence and warmth to flow all the way down your back. And now allowing your breath to continue. Inhale, exhale. Allowing that warmth and relaxation to flow down the front of your body, your chest, your lungs, your ribs, your diaphragm, your upper belly and your solar plexus, down past your lower belly and your sacral chakra, just allowing it to relax. Sometimes we don't even understand or realize how often we just get so used to clenching, holding that belly in. And just let your belly relax and receive the warmth of this present moment. As you continue your inhale and your exhale, taking your time to feel the breath in and out, allowing your hips and your pelvis, your butt cheeks, all of those little tiny muscles and bones in between that let you walk and bend and dance and leap and jump and squat and all those things that bring you pleasure, that help you create in the world. Just allow everything to release, even your sphincter muscle. That's one of the muscles that we hold and clench most often without even realizing it. Just allow everything to warm and relax and just receive this moment. And now allowing that warmth to continue down your thighs, your legs, your calves, your feet, even wiggling your toes, allowing everything to fully melt and relax. Continuing your in-breath and your out-breath as you realize and notice all parts of your body are relaxed. Maybe taking one final inhale and exhale at a deeper level. Even giving a nice sigh, letting all those final bits of tension melt away, maybe drip out of the bottom of your feet, extending your roots down to the bottom of your feet, letting them unfurl into the earth, allowing yourself to get grounded and rooted. And now, from this place of relaxation, I invite you to bring to mind some challenge, some difficulty, some problem that you've been waiting to get a solution to, that you've been trying to just figure out with your brain, with your mind, with your intellect. Just think of one thing in your life that you would love some guidance around. Because one of the things I love to do is to remember that I don't have to figure out everything alone. And just as I said, when I have my business plan and I'm planning my future, one of the things that can get me into my head so quickly is feeling like I have to do it all alone. But in fact, you are not alone. You have your intuition. You have your higher self. You have all forms of guides around you. You can call it your guardian angel, your spirit guide, goddess, divine. Maybe you even prefer a spirit animal. Perhaps you just let nature guide you. Whatever your source of inspiration, of receiving guidance is, perhaps you haven't even tapped into this source for a while and you've forgotten that you do not have to do it alone. So right now, I invite you to think about one pressing problem, stuck point, issue that you would love some guidance around. This could be something in your business. Perhaps you're looking for your next step for your highest good. Perhaps you're choosing which product or solution or course or client to focus on. Perhaps you're looking for inspiration for your next project. Maybe you're trying to resolve something in your personal life and you would desire some guidance around that as well. There's no right here, there's no wrong, but choose one. Choose one area, one issue that you would love some guidance around. Once you have that, trust your first instinct. Don't question yourself, don't doubt yourself. Whatever came up for you first, go with that. Let's go ahead and trust you. Trust your intuition, trust what came up. And now in your mind's eye, I invite you to go to a place. And this could be some place from your past. It could be a place you've been to before, or it could just be somewhere in nature that inspires you very deeply. Perhaps you're by a beach in a hammock. Perhaps you're standing in a field of wildflowers. Or maybe you're at the top of a mountain, overlooking snow-capped mountains and clouds in the distance. Find your place and transport yourself to that place right now. Good. Now look around. Go ahead and look down. Look at your feet. What are you standing on? What shoes are you wearing, if you are wearing shoes at all? Look at your clothing. Look up and around. Look forward. What's ahead of you? Are you sitting? Are you standing? Take a moment to notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Begin to notice if you're hearing any noises, any nature noises around you. What are those? Look around. Take a nice deep breath. What are the smells that you're smelling right now? Go ahead and turn to your right. What are you seeing on your right? And now turn to your left. Go ahead and scan all the way up above you. Look at the sky above you. And now come back down and look at the earth below again. And as you look down, you notice that you're actually standing, or if you're sitting, you're at the beginning of a path. And so you start to take steps because you know that this path is meant for you. It's exactly for you in this moment right now. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Notice how relaxed you are in this place. You just feel so present. Your body feels warm and safe. You're actually noticing that you're smiling as you're looking around. Everything is absolutely perfect. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And you sense that what you're being called forth to do is now walk on this path. So go ahead and follow the path step by step. Taking time to look down at your path, but also look around at the beauty of where you are right now, in this place that nourishes your soul, this place that feels familiar to you. It feels like a place where you can fully relax into yourself, where there's no need to hide who you are, where you can fully see yourself through the eyes of divine. You can just feel your own authentic power here. As you continue walking down this path, you feel yourself standing a little bit taller, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more joy for this moment. And you realize that whatever is happening in your life, that this moment right now is absolutely perfect. You're exactly where you're meant to be. There is no delay. You're right on time. You are perfect. You are whole. You can feel the warmth of that feeling, of that vibration, of that deep sense of energizing and relaxation at the same time. It's very, very powerful. You are very, very powerful. And so you continue walking down this path with this sense of elevated vibration, elevated attunement to your own gifts, to your own sense of presence, but also feeling extremely supported by your surroundings. And then you begin to get the sense that you're actually not alone. And so you walk forward with more purpose until you look forward and you realize that you're being joined by your guide. And only you know who this guide is, whether it's your spirit animal or your guardian angel. You might even be surprised to see who it is. Sometimes you can only sense a little bit, and perhaps sometimes it's even your higher self. So go ahead and keep walking closer until you get a good visual sense. And as you get closer, there's a sense of recognition, a sense of knowing. And as you meet in this perfect circle, you realize you're standing in the middle of a circle. This circle where you were meant to meet with your guide. Your guide has been waiting for you. So now I want you to remember this issue, this problem, this challenge that you're needing an answer to. And start to let your guide know, whether it's through words, through images, or through feelings, about this particular challenge that you would love a solution to. Go ahead and take a moment to share. However feels comfortable for you, go ahead and do that right now. Okay, and there's no need to go into all of the details because your guide knows what's in your heart. Your guide knows what's in your mind. And so now your guide has an answer for you. And sometimes answers from guides come in the form of a symbol or a sense or a knowing. And so right now your guide has a gift for you, which will help you to move forward with this particular issue, challenge, problem, and to fully receive the guidance. I want you to go ahead and open your hands. And at this moment, your guide will gift you with the exact next step, just the next step, not the entire solution, just the very next step that will instantly let you know intuitively what it is that your very next step for your highest good is. Go ahead and take a moment and look down at your hands and see what your guide has gifted you with. And perhaps there's some words that go along with that. So just take a moment and fully receive what this guidance is. Okay, great. Sometimes you receive a message or a symbol or a word or a knowing or a complete solution sometimes. And it's your spirit speaking to your guide and your guide speaking to your spirit. So sometimes it's going to take a little bit of unfolding and a little bit of processing to fully receive it. But don't doubt it, because your mind, your ego will begin to doubt that it could be so clear and so simple. So go ahead and take a moment and thank your guide for this information in whatever way feels right to you. And now in your own time, say goodbye and turn around and head back on this path. with the gift in your hand back to the place where you started, feeling like you've just received and allowed yourself to receive guidance in a way that feels clear, in a way that feels a little magical. And as you find yourself taking that spot back in the beginning where you were happy and present, go ahead and take a nice deep breath and begin to settle into your body, feeling your feet back on the ground, coming back to the room that you're in right now, or the place or space you're in right now. And just take a deep breath. Arriving back in your body, giving yourself a moment to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And now the beautiful thing about receiving guidance is that, again, it doesn't have to make sense in the very moment. But what you can do now is grab a journal and take some time and write down what that particular opportunity or challenge or issue was that you needed guidance around. And then take time to write down what your gift was. And even if it might be a little bit unclear, write down, don't doubt it, don't question it. Just write down what came to you, because as you write, as you continue to explore, you will receive the answer that you were seeking. Because guides aren't necessarily going to text you the answer. It's not that clear. They communicate in symbol. Guides communicate in metaphor. Guides communicate with nature. And so you can open yourself up to fully receive this guidance by processing it, by being open to it, by fully opening your heart and your soul to receiving the guidance and letting your mind take a break, not so much having to figure it out in this moment. So I hope you have enjoyed this journey to relax in order to receive the guidance. And you can use this process to fully relax into the moment and receive all sorts of things. Receive intuitive guidance, receive messages from your highest self, and begin to receive the things that you're craving in this lifetime. Because when you're tense and closed off and constricted, the things that you want, the information that you want, the guidance that you want simply can't make its way to you. So the more you learn to relax in order to receive, you'll find yourself being intuitively guided every step of the way. And that is where synchronicity, magic, golden opportunities seem to just land in your lap. So I hope you've enjoyed this practice. I hope you make it your own. Take a moment to take a nice, deep, refreshing breath. Perhaps move your body a little bit, shake it out. And don't forget to take that time to write in your journal. Don't lose this moment of inspiration, of gifted guidance. There's something in it for you, even if you have to come back to it later to realize you will continue to receive information and signs all around you throughout the rest of this day. If you keep yourself open and attuned to receiving the information, and most importantly, don't doubt it, trust it. Because once you trust it, you're starting to begin to vibrate with the universe in a way that allows everything that you want to flow in, including guidance, money, opportunities, friendship, synchronicity, and prosperity. Thank you so much for being here with me today on this special guided meditation, guided journey. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss an episode. Please share it with your friends and community. And I'd love to hear what you think. Go ahead and leave a review on iTunes. And I will see you on the next episode of the Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings podcast. This is Elena Lipson, your host and Divine Self-Care Mentor. Again, thank you so much. Go ahead and have a brilliant day. And don't forget to take really good care of yourself. I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new Divine Self-Care way of being in your life, business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elainalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.